concerning no-dose or caffeine tablets. In fact, the handbook states that these things will not be tolerated on the school grounds. No-dose is considered a problem apparently because it contains 55 milligrams of caffeine. Now, if a student consumes 2 12-ounce soda pops during the day, with each containing 55 milligrams of caffeine, does this not violate the school's own rule? These kids walk around this school, according to the man who wrote this letter, with liter bottles of pop every morning. Clearly liquid no-dose in a bottle. Now, with many corporate plans to exploit children for profit, the devil is truly in the details. This particular contract for the Salem Kaiser School District was worth $5 million. In other words, PepsiCo was willing to pay the school over a 10-year period $5 million for the right to put their products in all of the schools in that particular area. In fact, PepsiCo's own contract suggested that the school consider the use of credit cards that would allow students to buy pop without cash. Apparently, the parents would now receive a credit card bill in the mail. I'm sure that it would have had interest added to it. Unfortunately, this is the way it is across the United States, with the exception of California, where Governor Schwarzenegger booted the pop companies out of his schools. There's a reason PepsiCo and Coca-Cola are willing to pay millions of dollars to school systems to have their products put in the schools. It's called branding. They're literally branding our children. They know that if little Johnny starts drinking Pepsi when he's 8, 9, or 10 years old, by the time he's 18, 19, and 20, guess what he's still going to be drinking? Pepsi. They're branding our children. The company that has probably got this down to a fine art is McDonald's. In fact, McDonald's has done such a good job of branding our children that when they took preschoolers ages 3 to 7 and placed food in front of them, giving them the option for a certain type of food wrapped in either a McDonald's wrapper or wrapped in a generic wrapper, 75% of those kids said that the food wrapped in the McDonald's wrapper tasted better. In fact, they felt that it tasted better even if McDonald's didn't sell that particular food. The researchers gave them carrots, for instance, and the kids thought that the carrots tasted better if it came in a McDonald's wrapper. McDonald's doesn't sell carrots. Well, because of these kind of things, our kids are becoming more and more and more obese, and not only more and more obese, but also less and less able to sit and think clearly in class. Now, I recently did a program at a school where I had about 75 students there with me, and I asked those students, how many of you had something more than a bowl of cereal for breakfast? And one little hand went up. I said, okay, how many of you routinely only have a bowl of cereal for breakfast before you come to school? And everybody's hand went up except this one little boy. I said, okay, how many of you come about 10 o'clock in the morning, feel like you just want to lay down and take a nap, and your brain is sort of switched off, you get a little foggy? And every hand went up except that little boy who had breakfast. Well, I proceeded to teach these kids as quickly as I could, because I did not have much time, how to discern good healthy food from junk food. Interestingly enough, I was cooking in their cafeteria to present a health and nutrition seminar that night to their parents. So when lunchtime came around, I peeked my head out to see what was going on with those kids. And sure enough, they were all reading the labels on the different things that were in their lunches. And I went out to kind of investigate a little bit, and let me tell you, it was horrifying to me. The only child in that group who had anything fresh and worth eating, in my opinion, was that same little boy